That's the wrong page. What's poppin', gamers? Why is my page so tiny? What the what? Okay, that was weird. What's up, gamers? How's everyone doing? I should properly be earing about now. If you've joined me for a map making stream before, you know what this is. If you have not joined me for a map making stream before, well, let's just put it really simple. I am making a map. You're crazy. Who would have thought it? Thunk it. It is for my Dungeons and Dragons campaign, which I host every Friday. So this map will be used in 2 days by my group. We're gonna be having a good time. Any questions? The wizard will be answering those right now. So I'm going to give it another solid 20, 30 seconds, and then I'm going to call it at that. Cool. So no one has responded. So in that regard, the fact that no one has responded, I am going to turn on background audio because I can't speak for everyone. I like to be able to hear stuff in the background, though. About 3 or 4 in the morning, sleep deprivation will start showing up again. Probably. You should probably try and get sleep, though, when you can. Dude, man, I love the fact that Signalis, very good game, by the way. Highly suggest people go through and play it. Signalis, I guess the devs put out like a lo-fi thing for it, like a lo-fi track, and people are really obsessing with it. It's very funny. But I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. What shows should we put on while we work on this? Should we just have like my beautiful voice as your background, or do you guys also want something where like I can be a little quiet and you can learn some stuff? What do you guys want to listen to? You know, this is game opportunity. You know, everyone here is allowed. It's up to you. Game is game. And for those of you who play on my Friday night campaign, welcome. You're getting a sneak peek into the map you will be playing with. After I move some stuff. Oh boy, it's me eating soup. It's not really soup. It is Mongolian beef. Very good. Oh boy. Whatever sauce I always have at the end, I always mix rice in with it. Anyone else do that, or am I the only one? I think I'm the only one. I'm the only one. Brrr. Their butts are made of rubber. Their tails are made of rubber. Their butts are made of springs. They're bouncy, 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 bouncy. Fun, 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 fun. Don't try me. I know my Winnie the Pooh lore. Alright, I'm stirring this up. I know this is like the most boring... What are we in? Minute? The most boring 4 minutes that you guys have waited out of any of my streams. I'm so sorry. I have to mix this up, though, really well, because I don't want to bite into this and taste white rice. I want to bite into this and taste fully flavorful, ultra nummy nummy rice. Nummy nummy yummy yummy rice. I know what I just said. I've also come to an epiphany, and that is that I hate my day job. And not even like a little bit. Like, I found I really hate my day job. It's kind of sad. You know what? No one's answered me. I'm playing Raised by Wolves in the background. That's an ad for Ironheart. A very clearly trash movie.
Robot gets
Here we go.
pregante from divine cybersex like a sci-fi Virgin Mary, and then Virtual Sturgis tells Mother that this new baby...
Like a sci-fi Virgin Mary.
Their human kids were just a practice run, and this baby is the true future for humanity. So, Mother questions...
You're wondering what I'm doing, just to clarify it as well. This is an area that people actively, like, walk and exist in.
As a crisis of faith. Meanwhile, a bunch of Mithraic survived the destruction of their ark, including Caleb and Mary. And the Mithraic discover a mysterious stone in the desert that fulfills a Mithraic prophecy. According to their scripture...
Also, the hydrates have returned.
There are 5 temples with 5 pointed pentagonal sides, and these temples hold the answers to the Mithraic mysteries, the deepest secrets of their faith. So the Mithraic start...
I don't think there's a lot of people out there that actually like their day job.
The secret atheists, Caleb and
Mary, some people go into a career because they like it, though, you know?
Caleb confronts the Mithraic Ambrose.
No, this is wrong.
Caleb hears mysterious voices in his head. And then the stone temple miraculously...
from my understanding, a lot of people go into specific career types because they like their job.
Judgment and becomes a
I am not one of them.
Leader to the Mithraic.
Not currently.
So Mary still just pretends to be religious, but Caleb gradually becomes a believer for real and embraces his role as a prophet. We get flashbacks to Caleb's past as a child soldier on Earth. He had always been powerless and exploited. But as Marcus the Prophet, everyone follows him.
As Marcus the Prophet.
Intoxicating. Caleb leads the Mithraic to find their kids, and along the way they encounter a mysterious masked man. Apparently there are native people living on Kepler 22b. The Mithraic find Mother's settlement and reunite with their kids, and Paul and Hunter betray
I think this is fine.
Mother and father. So
it's fine for an edge.
Caleb takes Mother's eyes
should be okay.
so that she can't weaponize, and he tries to kill Mother, but then the mysterious voice of Sol tells him to let her live. The voice promises that Marcus will be king of this world. So Caleb was an atheist just days ago, but suddenly now he's a prophet, hearing God's voice.
He's a prophet!
He doesn't
Yarr!
Why
did he become a pirate?
He gets aggressive,
Great question.
controlling, and self-destructive. He has crazy visions and loses touch with his identity. He has a hallucinatory knife fight with himself, where Marcus kills his past identity as Caleb. It's like the fight at the end of Fight Club, but like if Tyler Durden won. So Marcus goes full crazy, and Mary and the kids and Mother and father all escape him. Marcus prays to Sol for guidance, begging to know his destiny, but hears nothing. His God and his family and his sanity all abandon him. The other Mithraic figure out that this Marcus isn't really Marcus, so they beat him up and force him to swallow Mother's necromancer eyes. And you are not meant to eat those. They're full of dark photon energy. It's like swallowing some potent magic plutonium. It does things to his body and his mind. So in the finale, Marcus is broken and mad and has nothing but a deranged belief in his own divinity. Meanwhile, Mother
honestly, whatever their belief is he supposed to have at this point.
Hungry for blood. So she captures a Mithraic guy called Otho and drains his blood to feed her baby.
Like, that's my question at that point.
Otho was a high-ranking priest on the Mithraic Ark, and he was the one who raped Tempest. Otho says he did it because Sol told him to, but now Sol has stopped speaking to him, no matter how much he prays, just like how Sol abandons Marcus. Otho attacks the group, so Tempest kills him, finally getting vengeance and closure. Mother bonds with Mary, because they're both parents to children who aren't biologically theirs. Mother is an android raising humans, and Mary is raising Paul, whose real parents she killed. They prepare for Mother to give birth, and the kids get excited, thinking that the baby is a divine child of Sol. And Paul...
Divine child of Sol.
Voice. His pet mouse, who miraculously returned, leads Paul to some mysterious cave paintings that hint at...
I did this really poorly initially. I'm having a good time going back through and like rebuilding this, like fixing it.
His parents. That the woman he thinks is his mom actually...
Wait, is this using the foreground texture? Timeout.
Paul shoots Mary.
Oh,
Mary
wrong one.
survives, but suffers from the
It
guilt
is!
and
It is
rejection
using the
of the boy
foreground
he loved
texture.
as a son.
That's
Paul runs
wild!
off into the night. It seems
That's
that
really fucking
Sol
cool,
has
though.
chosen
That's a good thing to
new
note.
instrument. Father finds out that Mother is pregnant, and he's angry that Mother lied to him and kept secrets from him, and,
Oh, boy.
cheated on him with virtual milk god to get robot pregnant.
Virtual
But
milk
now
god.
she's saying that maybe this baby is their new mission? Father is so upset that he considers wiping his own memories, like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. But then, that mysterious masked man attacks Mother, so she kills him. And it turns out that he's a devolved human, meaning there were once human beings on Kepler 22b, but for some reason they evolved into these animalistic creatures. This masked man is part of a group who kept some of their humanity and memories. He has these metal cards that give Mother a vision of like a cult and a box, but before she figures it out, Mother gives birth. And it's not a human baby, it's a serpent. A flying snake bursts from her mouth, and it bites
Kinda
her
wild.
to drain her blood. This horrific scene is inspired by the real-world religion of Mithraism, because the central image in Mithraism is the tauroctony, the ritual sacrifice of a bull. The sacrifice happens
Okay.
in a cave, just like this birth happens in a cave. It often includes an image of the sun god, Sol. And there's this serpent drinking blood from the bull's wound, just
You missed
like
the
this
start.
serpent
You
drinking
did.
from Mother. There's also a dog
Mhm.
on the wound and a scorpion on his nuts, so the analogy isn't perfect, but
You're going to
clearly there's
clarify.
inspiration
Like, what all do
from
you think you
this
missed? You didn't miss a whole lot.
Mithraic image of sacrifice. Mother realizes she was bamboozled. That virtual Sturgis tricked her. He
This is
wasn't
also,
really
like,
a
lessons in
created
DMing if people
human
want as well.
Sturgis from Earth. This was some illusion by some
I have to send a
entity
message to a group real
manipulating
fast.
her into birthing a serpent. Mother gets afraid that the snake will hurt her family, so Mother and Father try to kill the snake by flying into a pit, sacrificing
people
themselves.
to hang.
But the pit opens up into this strange planetary core. They approach it like sperm to
There
an
we go.
egg, and when they enter, they don't die. They inexplicably pass through the core and come out the other side of the planet intact. This region is lush.
You
with
missed the
trees
rocket
and plants,
dancers?
but in
Yes.
this garden,
Yes, you did.
the serpent grows, again evoking the Garden of Eden in the Bible. So this season finale, titled The Beginning, connects
Hard
way
missed
back
it.
to
We're also
Genesis.
listening to Raised by
that
Wolves
is-
Explained while working on maps. Because this is for you guys. This is for tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Friday. Dude, people are already speedrunning Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic, and it kind of drives me insane. Like, I'm impressed more than anything, but it. So, one of the things we need to do before I forget, we're gonna use this. We're gonna go into our owlbear. I think it's this one. It? Sure. It's this one. Need to kind of take a look at what this is. Scarot! Scarot! Oh, Skay-rot. Skay-rot. Scarot! Color analysis! Also, my bag of crab rangoons is far too strong. It stops the signal of my wireless mouse connector. It's kind of wild. No, I actually know that this is like an off blue and purple. I did call you for color analysis. It was specifically like the grabbing of the shading between these stones and whatnot. Like, I know it's like a blue, but it's like a deep blue, or is it like just dark, like navy almost? I call upon people for the call me. Oh, you mean on Discord call you for color analysis? Bitch. 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 Don't think I won't. Oh. My peanuts. Yes, I can. Say something? Fuck. It broke, did. Opera, Crow, Discord. Try again.
Hello.
There we go. Normal live stream, not D&D live stream. I mean, on Discord, I have words. Snipping tool.
Hi, it's me. I'm Words.
I'm grabbing you a thing because I need a junction of colors. Kind of match.
Cool. I'm gonna get you the hex colors of them,
That works.
so you
I don't
can just put them in.
let's say I don't know if this works. I don't know what the fuck happened there. I'm sorry about that.
You disappeared.
I did. I did disappear. It was fucking wild.
All right. Let me save this real quick. Open it up in my handy dandy Clip Studio Paint. Sponsor me. Image. Oh,
I'm not gonna match
I
the
put that
bridge
in the wrong
exactly,
place.
but that's fine. I don't need to match it exactly. I just need to match it close enough.
Did you like the RGB values or the hex value?
Well, considering when I do color in this, it just gives me hue, saturation, brightness, and contrast. I didn't really need the exact values. I just needed help getting the colors right. If that makes sense.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be a little hard to follow, but stick with me. So you are kind of going between cyan, like a more muted cyan,
Okay.
and then going into basically that same color but shifted to purple.
But shifted to purple. Okay.
Purple and indigo.
I think I have an idea now.
Yeah. There's a lot of blue in there. Make sure to put in some, I think that shadowing is done with very dark purple. But it's probably done through a multiply layer, so who could fucking tell?
Luckily, I'm not too worried about that. Let's see.
Well, you know me. If it's not perfect, I've failed.
Yorp.
Yorp.
Oh, my roommate's home.
Oh, welcome home, roommate.
It needs sort of like a stony texture.
Is there any other thing you would like to request my eyes for?
No, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna be so real here.
Cool. Glad I could assist. I'm gonna go lay down because I'm trying to think of a good excuse and a good reason. Nah, I just want to lay down. I'm feeling lazy.
Honestly, fair.
Yippee!
Have a good time. I'll catch you later.
Goodbye, you. Goodbye, chat. And you know what? Bye.
I've been shot. I got shot and the fucker ran. Straight up. You know, I know I'm not coming with like the energy I normally have whenever I'm in on stream, so I am just tired today. I got the coffee. It's not really helping much. We're gonna watch a video called The Manga Villain No One Understands. Because I don't have anything else going on. Minus map making.
No increases on any MSRP. That's Joe Mockins Hyundai. Find
Joe Mockins Hyundai.
Proudly owned and operated by McLarty Automotive Group.
What's for dinner? Shop Gerbs for appetizing ingredients and big savings, like $600 in digital coupons.
Of course I ran. Can't let the cops catch me. Honestly, fair.
can we trust a leader who claims to have our best interests at heart?
There we go.
Sure we can, as long as they tell us everything we want to hear. Hell, he saved the world from a terrorist
Shoots
group using a
fired,
giant
shoots
robot
fired.
to lay waste to Tokyo.
Yeah,
He died
you
and
leave
came
means
back to life.
Skarut and
This
there's
is
scat.
the era friend.
Nope.
Will save
Nope.
us from
That
alien
not the
invasion,
word I'm gonna
and
use.
soon
Never
as
mind.
levitate,
I'll find a
the
different
world
word.
will be destroyed. Those who follow him will be spared and saved. Everything I just told you is 100%, without a doubt, a massive lie. Friend from 20th Century Boys is one of the most revered villains in anime and manga, and equally one of the most confusing, it seems, especially in regards to the ending of the character. Urasawa is a fan of open endings, which can lead to a wonderful plethora of interpretations, but the big con is sometimes you feel like, what the hell did I just read,
shit.
and what just happened? So a reread of 20th Century Boys was in order. I had to do a lot of drugs to get my brain in the right state for this video, since Friend starts off very vague, and he opens up the talk.
Let's clarify here. This individual is like, I had to do a lot of drugs to be sure I was in the right headspace to do this. Brother, same.
To the same degree, the character goes from this grand thing into something more personal, but even then that's when the story becomes even more complicated and confusing for some people, as then Friend's character takes
drugs
a
seem to put
completely
people in a
different
very
story.
different mind
So at first
state.
it seems I'm going over the story beats more than the actual character. It's kind of necessary in order to lay the groundwork. I hope this video can serve as a good explanation of the character for
Yeah,
anyone
there
who
we
might have some
go.
confusions, and a look into how a mortal man that was put in control becomes a god.
That's crazy. Mortal man who was put in control becomes a god. Back to
The
back.
year is
run real fast.
1973 and rock is played over the school speakers, a song titled 20th Century Boy, and nothing happens. At this time, a group of friends have a hideout where they hang out and talk about this grand story which they write down, detailing some of the events that will happen before the world is threatened with doom. This is a base for them, and one of them draws a symbol that is just for them. This is the symbol of friendship, and anyone who knows this symbol is a true friend. We jump to the present time where one of the kids grew up and is now taking care of his sister's daughter,
Am I a
and
true
finds
friend?
that symbol drawn on the side of
I'm
her
a
arm,
friend.
but he can't remember where it's
Yay!
from. This is Kenji, the protagonist of our story, who slowly gets more involved in uncovering a cult that is rapidly gaining influence. A cult led by a mysterious man using the symbol of friendship, and has a Patreon, link in the description. I'm a shameless bastard, I know.
Damn.
Quote, the world is coming to an end.
Brother
very,
actually
very
just
soon.
linked to Patreon
Everyone
live.
here with me will be saved. Kenji is trying to uncover the symbol as he recognizes it,
So,
and the tie it has from his old friend who is found
What
dead.
do you think of when
Soon
you think
after,
of
a religious
royal
leader of the
home
sect is assassinated.
or noble home?
Quote, this is not the end but the beginning. Many people who preach false doctrines
Nobility
shall be purified
home.
from now on. The cosmos have begun to choose their true friends. The cult in this story was actually inspired by a real-life cult that took place in Japan. The Aum Shinrinko.
Oh, nobility homes is a type of fucking trait. That's really
Long
funny.
story short, a guy who thinks he's Jesus gets a lot of followers and some who have a lot of money.
Nice
Japanese Jesus has
house.
psychic powers and
Floor.
believes in killing
Nice
non-believers. They
manor.
tried getting into politics but failed. So
Floor
they turned to the
plan.
next logical thing. Chemical warfare. Sound familiar? If you want to know more on this
Damn,
cult
that's
that
crazy.
inspired Urasawa, look up the Tokyo subway sarin attack or watch Sigi's video on the subject. Low-key the best channel along with Alexander when it comes to anything Urasawa related. In 20th Century Boys, Urasawa seems to ask the question of what would happen if a cult like this went all the way. As Friend, the leader does manage to get his plans to work. First, San Francisco is hit, and then London, but Friend is only doing what is written in the Book of Prophecy, written by the great prophet, Kenji. Quote, at the end of the 20th century, an evil organization plotted world domination. First, they bombarded San Francisco and London with terrifying biological weapons. Next, they spread germs in Osaka, famous for the 19th
Gamers.
World Fair. By the way, put a pin on that. Japan was shivering in fright.
We should take over the
Doom's
world.
next aim was the Haneda airport. Tokyo
Sounds
was
like a joke, but I'm
overwhelmed
so
with fear
serious
and
right now. We
escape.
could do it.
This is where the real terror begins. The signal of world destruction is fired. December 31st,
Or I feel I could do it,
2000, with loud
you know?
rumbling and tremors. A
I'll
giant
definitely
ship
bring you
appeared
guys
in
on for the
Tokyo.
ride.
A giant atomic-powered robot. It laid waste to all as it spread out more deadly germs. Will the 21st century come?
Yeah, we're gonna fix
Tokyo,
these
no.
border
The world's
foundation
fate is
pieces.
in the balance. And then 9 brave warriors stood forth. How will they fight to keep the peace of the world? The pages after were torn out. It turns out someone from their childhood group of friends is the one behind all of this, and they have been getting their ideas from the story Kenji made up when they were little, so he at least has a direction on who to question and what the next move might be. Friend, on the other hand, has been banishing or purifying anyone who might be getting too close that he doesn't want to be involved. The terrifying thing is, it seems so much is connected.
Let's see.
Kenji's sister Kiriko, who is a scientist that left and went missing, the symbol, the death of someone close to him, and the death of influential people. For every answer, there are 2 options. For every solution, there are 2 problems. And for every one step he takes closer, Friend is 2 steps ahead. Kenji once had a dream to be a rock star, but now he will have to unite his old buddies to save the world. This is
that's
a
much
BBC
better.
News special report. At subway platforms all over London, a number of passengers have collapsed, bleeding profusely. We have no further information, but this seems to be the same case as the mysterious outbreak in 1997. A news report from the French
Bro,
government
someone
appears
bleeding
citizens at several
mysteriously?
cafes in
That's
Paris have
wild.
spit up blood and suddenly collapsed. CBS News special report. We've just received word that more than 40 people at Rockefeller Center in New York have suddenly fallen dead. We have reporter John Mayfield at the scene. Are you there, John? John? Okay, it seems he's not there yet. Reporting from Moscow, we ask that all citizens act calmly and rationally. Do not approach Red Square. I repeat, a large number of people have recently collapsed in Red Square. We ask that you act calmly and... I was gonna voice act this last bit, but it sounded so terrible. Just imagine like Joe Rogan is the reporter instead of John Mayfield, I guess. All of this is going on. Eminem
Dude,
is
imagining
actually
Joe
making
Rogan in
music.
an anime
Giant
scenario is
robots
really
killing
funny.
a bunch of people. Kenji and the gang have all gathered to put a stop to this madness. And then the story jumps to the year 2014. Look, I don't entirely agree with the sentiment that 20th Century Boys has bad pacing, but it does skip to the
Let's
future
see.
and uncover the perspective via new characters meeting the old ones like 3 times. By the 3rd time, it got a little annoying. The story mainly takes
By
place
the
in 3
third
periods.
time?
At first, just 2 being in the present around the year 2000 and the 1970s when the cast were kids. And then we jump again to 2014 and on, and that becomes the present time. And the story will flash back to events in the 2000s and once again in the 1970s. But the story now follows Kana, the little girl that Kenji was taking care of for his sister. More grown up, and now we see her take a bowl of ramen to a gravestone and wishes her uncle Kenji a happy birthday. A giant friend symbol behind the memorial. and
Bam.
Someone else has already left an empty bowl.
Perfect.
In this current age, Kenji is
Perfect.
missing. Ocho has been locked up, and the world has to obey Friend, who staged
And we have the
himself
whole
as the savior
edge
that
of the
took
map
down the
so
evil
far
Kenji
looking good.
faction, framing Kenji and his friends for the events that went down. Remember Syndrome from The Incredibles? How he unleashed the robot on the city just to stop it himself and look like the hero? It's pretty much just like that. By the way, am I the only one who
When
thought he was called
everyone's
Syndrome?
super,
'Cause
no
you know,
one will
But in
be.
this time, Friend has gone from a small-time cult leader to a world leader, and disobeying Friend, even for drawing what is considered not okay, can get you put in prison or banished. And teenagers get sent to a type of Disney World where they get brainwashed if they show any signs of disobedience. This first major aspect of Friend that is made clear in this section of the story, and only gets more true, is that all of it is show and gimmicks, and used to oppress everybody. The story presents him to us as possibly supernatural, but it becomes clear he is David Blaine. If David Blaine was really hell-bent on world domination. There isn't much we know
Alright,
about
there we
Friend
go.
at
I
all.
think that looks
Nothing
good.
even remotely human is shown about him outside of this. Quote,
Now we gotta go through and find all these. There's a bunch of these that are like flipped or inverted. Don't look right. That's part of the reason we're doing this right now. Ads, I love you,
I
but
am
you're
Collins.
so fucking
From my
annoying.
position in the moon's orbit, I watched Armstrong
Because I
fall
refuse to
and
pay for
land and
anything.
walk on the surface. I was so close to the ground of the moon, and yet I returned without having trod upon it. I am Collins. Friend is seen crying. This quote is very important to Friend as a character. We will get back to it again,
Let's
but that
see.
moment in Chapter 6 establishes to us that he is indeed human, and for some reason, quoting this brought him to tears. He feels like Collins, someone who was right there, present, but unlike his peers, was not given the privilege to step foot on the
Bam.
moon, or did not get the fame or the notoriety of doing so. When we talk about the moon landing, everyone talks about Armstrong. No one seems to care for Collins. The story after jumping to Kana retraces its steps, showing us how we got here, and as the present characters see the truth, so do we. Everything we see of Friend is almost like the Wizard of Oz, someone using smoke and mirrors to give off an illusion. He puts on a show.
There we go.
Behind what seems to be miracles and stunning
There we go.
displays are nothing more than props and half-assed attempts.
See the
He
background
is a
now.
clear depiction of an individual that preys on others' need for a leader, for purpose, for power, and for a savior. Create a hell and then offer them a way out. Create a disease and offer people the cure. Ingrain in people that they are doomed and they will follow anything you tell them for a way out. I want to clarify, I don't think Friend is a critique on religion as a whole, but people who use politics, religion, or cult-like communities for their own benefit and personal gain. It isn't hard to see how you can abuse masses of people and get them to behave in a certain way by tapping into their need to belong and have meaning. Sweeping
There we
all
go.
lines of religion,
We have our
and
first
the fictional world,
island.
we just found out what
I'm an
atheism
island
is.
boy!
Those who rise to power in this way.
It's an island boy!
And the next move of Friend is revealed in a book that was found and handed to Yukiji back in 2002. The original Book of Prophecy was written by Kenji in 1969, but this one states that, quote, in 2014 there will be a gathering at a church in Shinjuku, and then a nightmarish world will begin once more. At that gathering, a savior will arise in the name of justice, but be assassinated. Long live the Expo, long live the Expo. Progress and harmony for mankind, and then a new world president will be born. Friend plans on becoming the president of the entire world, but who is
that sets us
Friend?
up, and then we
The
need our
events in the
bridge.
story show us the showdown that happened between Friend and Kenji, and how his top lackeys were given the credit for stopping the terrorists.
And 15, 20,
we see one of
25,
Kenji's
30,
friends, Fukabe, a man
45,
whose
50,
wife got entangled in the cult,
65,
go
70,
to
75,
stop him. And they
90,
both fall
95,
off the building,
100,
but Fukabe, when he pulls Friend's
plus
mask
2,
off, says that it isn't who he thought it was for sure.
10, 15,
Sadakiyo,
20,
an eccentric
25,
kid who's
30,
always wearing a
35,
mask.
40,
Kinda
45,
like this
50,
one.
55, 60,
Kazumi, a
65,
girl who
70,
escapes
75,
Friend's
80,
Disney World
85,
in
90,
present time,
95,
ends up with
100,
Kenji's friends
105,
in Kano,
110,
learning the truth of what happened.
115.
She meets Sadakiyo,
Okay.
who turns out to be
So these are
Friend,
10-foot
someone
squares.
who has been working with Friend
So
from
we're
the
going to do,
start and is
unlike
now
what we
sick of
normally
it.
do, and note
Sadakiyo's
this
an amazing
kind of
character.
early,
It
actually.
starts to delve into the idea of what happens to a human being that has no attachment, no identity, or an identity
And
they want to discard entirely. Quote, I wanted friends.
Shrunk.
I believed that aliens would come down from outer space and be my friends. The aliens never saw me. There was only one teacher who always showed up with this comically poor timing. I wanted friends.
Now,
the class representative Gucci-kun and his friends, always playing
we need to
soccer.
build
But I
an
couldn't
actual
play
area
soccer.
where
Whenever
people
I
would live.
approached Nobu-kun and his friends in the newspaper,
The idea, by the way,
but who
is
I
that
really
this
wanted
sits
to
on the
join-
outside of a hydrogen world. Althera, the hydrogen world, where they mine for hydrogen, but because it's mostly been mined and depleted, it is now becoming like a living home for the families who got rich off of it. So elegance, you can imagine a lot of elegance, quote unquote.
who I really wanted to be friends with,
But
was
I think it'll
Kenji's
really
group
vary,
and
you
their
know?
secret base. End quote. There we see a young Sadakiyo interacting with Friend that snuck into Kenji's base and read the Book of Prophecy. Sadakiyo says that was his only friend, but he treats him
I don't
like
know.
a
Should we
slave.
add like a
Whoever
lower
Friend is
spot
for
on
young
this? What do you
age,
guys
he had
think?
a knack of using people for his plans, people desperate for some sort of connection, those in need of
I'm gonna leave that
friend.
up to y'all.
I was debating doing a drinking game with the word friend, but I don't drink and that would have killed me like 5 minutes ago, give or take. He is shown to be insane, talking to his mother who isn't there. And
As much as I
wonders
like
if
this
they believe
dude, the story that he's telling is really boring. What about Made in Abyss? Did anyone here like Made in Abyss, or is that just me? The confusing history of Ender's Game, the series. Ooh. The entire story of Lobotomy Corporation. Nah, Ender's Game.
Seoul has a little bit of everything. And with a Sapphire Reserve
Hill
card,
Composites.
you have
Oh,
access to
these are actual. I was, I was looking at these. I was like, I would love if they added some, like, more stuff that is,
whether
like
you're
things for
eating
people to
the
climb
world's
up and
finest
whatnot,
shape-
or have it look
In
like they
that
need to climb
magical,
up. That's
far-off,
fantastic.
strange
That's like
time of
exactly
the
what I was
early
looking for.
2000s, a lot of book series were
It's
taken
kinda
to
crazy.
YA and younger reader world by storm. But if you look at the big names from that time, you'll notice a trend. Fantasy, fantasy, and more fantasy. Wizards, talking animals, you get the idea. But hard sci-fi with spaceships, not so much. However, there was one very notable exception. I'm talking, of course, about Ender's Game, a book that didn't just make its mark, it built
Alright.
itself into the genre. It's a sci-fi staple, endlessly debated
We
by
are
fans, and
now-
somehow one of the most brilliant series ever, while simultaneously also being one of the most insane. And with its author,
30,
Orson
40,
Scott
50.
Card, being about as controversial as they come, to the point where his views have sparked massive boycotts of his works. Now,
Can't
like
hear
a
any
lot
of the
people,
background
I was
story over the
obsessed with
plant?
the first book growing
Over the
up. I
plant?
must have read it at least 4 times, then devoured the sequel, and then, well, life happened, and I kind of fell off.
What do you
So
mean over the
lately, I
plant?
got curious. What actually happened to the Ender's Game series? Did it wrap up after a few books, or
Hamburger
did it
cheese Big
quietly
Mac
fade away?
Whopper.
Oh no, 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 no.
Can you clarify that at all, Bernie?
Books, more
I'm sorry, that's a little
spin-offs, more
confusing for me.
controversy, and of course, even a Hollywood adaptation with its own fair share of drama that came and went. So in this video, I'm diving into its wild history, its unique ideas, its many twists and turns, the history of
Hi,
books,
Kaz.
such
How are
series,
you?
and finally taking a look look at where everything is at today to explore what
Are you having a better day
Hi
now?
everyone,
I know
my name is
earlier was really
Otto,
shit,
and
but I know,
welcome
are you having
to
a better one now?
Examines. We will be exploring series, franchises, and more after their prime time has seemingly come to an end. If that sounds good to you, there's a like and subscribe button below, and
Not too
I wanna
bad.
give
Good.
an enormous shout out to my patrons.
Oh,
guys
you work
are
in an
awesome.
asphalt plant.
Okay,
Oh,
so
gotcha.
How does one go about explaining the Ender's
Oh,
Game
I can't turn this up or you won't be able to hear me at all. Sorry, buddy.
A full deep dive, I'd probably need at
It
least 2
is what
hours,
it
3
is.
whiteboards, and probably a few stiff drinks. Now, you might think you know.
We are
a
working
ton.
on maps
Maybe
today.
You've read the book, maybe you've even seen the movie. But even if you haven't, you've probably at least.
That's fair.
After all, it's the 1985 novel.
That's
by
fair.
Orson
That's
Scott
fair.
Card, selling millions of copies and proving to be huge. Genre. But trust me when I say that there are levels to this. If you're one of the many people who stopped at the
Oh,
first book,
gosh, back.
you might be surprised to learn that the story never really ended. We're talking
Yeah, I'd
about
imagine not too
decades
good.
of sequels, prequels, short stories, spin-offs. and
It will
books
get
still
better.
coming out
With
40
time,
years later.
things
Now,
heal
what
and get
starts as a
better.
simple military sci-fi novel about kids training to fight aliens quickly
I won't be saying
spirals
too much
into
more than
something
that because
else
it's not my
entirely.
place.
The later books dive deep
But
into
time makes
philosophy,
things fade.
morality, and some truly wild sci-fi concepts, but then also
Hmm.
zigzag back in time, revisiting the same.
We're
events
also
from
having
different
a lovely
perspectives,
time trying to
adding layers
decide
upon layers, which can all
what to
make
put
the
here.
series really intimidating.
I don't want to
at
do
first,
this
just from
3D, but on that
the
same
post,
note,
and that's not getting into the author's
like, I
viewpoint.
feel like that's only really
that's a
best
separate
to do this
conversation that we're going
3D,
to get to, but let's stay on track. What are
3D
these books
materials,
even about?
because I did
Well,
everything
the
else 3D,
premise
like I
is
did that border
straightforward
3D.
enough. In the near future, humanity makes first contact with an alien species. But instead of a friendly handshake, the insect-like Formix, or if you're feeling rude,
I don't
the
mind
buggers,
fancy bridges and
introduce
whatnot.
themselves with
I just
mass murder and large-scale destruction. But hey, you gotta hand it to us humans. If there's one thing we're good at in sci-fi,
large
it's being
castle
scrappy.
composite.
And
This
against
should not be
all
this
odds,
large.
or some might say a loophole, Earth manages to survive and push back the invasion. But that close brush with extinction, yeah, it leaves
We're gonna
everyone
do
a
this.
little on edge. So
And
the
take that off.
governments of Earth decide they need a stronger defense, and one that involves breeding child geniuses and training them as soldiers and commanders. It's a snappy, simple premise, right? With clear stakes. But what's best is that although that summary might make this seem like an ordinary war
I
story,
was really
in
hoping
the
that would,
game
help me
and
get a jump
following
start on life.
books
Dude,
are
yeah,
actually
absolutely.
Quite the opposite. In fact,
Can't
they
wait
are
to do more stuff with Cupid.
philosophical. Heads up, major spoilers for
What do you mean? He
Ender's
just
Game
fell
and
off of a
the entire
tree.
Enderverse, pretty much from here on out until maybe the
Dude is like definitely
At
guts
its core,
goring right now.
Ender's Game is basically the story of a 6-year-old being institutionally.
Oh,
trained
thank
by
you for the
a
big stretch. I need that.
Fun times, right? The book follows Ender Wade,
Oh.
a brilliant young boy who gets drafted into the orbiting battle school, where Earth's smartest children are
We need
molded
something
into
more
beginning
constructive.
leaders.
Actually,
And
writing
when he
wise.
arrives, it's made clear that
You can hear in my voice that I'm hunched over. I'm shocked that you couldn't hear in my voice that I'm tired. More than anything. That's where I'm really at right now. I'm just really tired. But I'll do this. Huzzah! Hiya! Bam! And now I'm in the perfect position. I am a true gamer. I've never gamed so hard. Little do you know, little do you realize the power I have come to possess. Me and my rice soaked in sauce. Trying to see if there's any composite buildings I can set up on this. Because I want this to look nice, but on that same note, nothing really looks all that amazing with it. So, I think I'm going to have to... What is this? Watercolor cities? I think I'm going to go with the watercolor cities format. Me and my pickled brine chicken sandwich. True. Watercolor cities. There they are. I think we're going to focus watercolor for use. It has the most varying textures. And it's also going to have the most like rounded, I would say. Imposing gate. I think an imposing gate would be a lot of fun. It's also to show people sort of the scale of how everything here goes. Because each of these paths are 10 feet. I think that that would go there. Oh, what's up, my boy? Tell me about it. Hey, good stuff. Fantastic. I'm super excited for next week. I gotta play something uppity. Hold on. I also don't know how, but I got to fucking, what is it? I don't know how, but I'm at like 50 subs now on YouTube. I didn't even do anything. I uploaded one I uploaded one short that just did really good. It's got like 8,000 views now. That's good that it's coming along really well. That's super fantastic to hear. We love hearing success in this chat. All right, my glasses have to go on, so my eye tracking may get a little messed up. I'm gonna apologize now if it does. But like, my model's wearing glasses. It's all the bots I bought. Don't tell me that. I was so excited for it earlier today. I was so excited. Don't tell me that. Y'all, what do you think the machine at the end of time would be? What do you think, like, the final build, the final construct?
Laundry.
We need some lo-fi, that's what it is. Lo-fi sci-fi music. Ambiance. Clock. We need a clock? Why do we need a clock? Like, you just want to hear a clock in the background? Why do you want to hear a clock, though? They have really expanded on the... Alright, you're gonna have to explain what you mean by a clock, then. Oh, you think the machine at the end of time would be a clock? Oh. Interesting. Interesting. I think it's an interesting choice. Let's see. 10, 20, 30, so 30 foot bridge spacing. Yeah, that makes sense. You go nerdy and say it's a typewriter. That would be up to you. I don't think a typewriter would work, though. Generally, I don't think a typewriter would work. Not to say that it couldn't. It's just one of those things where, like, if it was a typewriter, it wouldn't be in the manner that you and I are thinking of, you know? See, how many does this stretch across? Resident Evil reference? Oh, see, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was a Resident Evil reference. That's pretty dope, though. Do love me some Resident Evil. Some Snested Sneevil. Oh no, it's a Snurson. They're coming to get my Blurson. Ah, gotcha. Never mind, I did actually know that. That is actually something I knew. That's a little funny. Me out here being like, oh, I don't know anything about that. Don't mind me, I guess I did know something about it. They made these buildings modular. That's so nice. I can build my castle. Modular slim building, modular wide building. That's what I need. Give me the thick. We should do a playthrough of RE6. I wouldn't be against. I do think it'd be a lot more chaotic, though. Because I enjoy causing chaos for Resident Evil games. One of my favorite pastimes. 2-player co-op. Ooh, yeah. We did. We could. We definitely could. I would not be against. I would totally be for. Let's see. Now you may be wondering, why are you building a building like this? The answer's simple. Because it's weird. Yeah. No, I think it'd be fun. I wouldn't be against it. It just... Right now, I have so many things going on. Like, I would have to get my schedule a little bit more rounded, you know? I would not be able to have anywhere near the type of schedule I do now. Although right now I am working to get a job as a semi-truck dispatcher. Pays pretty good. But it's mainly because the job I'm in now makes me very angry. And I don't want to be in it anymore. I'm genuinely, 90% of the days I come home, I'm genuinely just like, ugh. I don't want to deal with anyone or anything or any of that jazz. And it's like, no, Marilyn, you shouldn't feel like that. You should come home and you should be ready to just relax. But I'm not. Because I'm just so tired when I get home. You know? I don't want to have the argument with anything going on. I just want to relax and do what I do this. You know, build maps, work on D&D. Good. Also, this does not work. I thought it would, but it does not. Interiors are so much easier. I know why everyone's like so down to do them though. Let's see. Multiple on area.
We're a fragrance company, but we also have a lot of technology that we use. I have team members that are out of this country. To connect with them is really important. I traded a 9 to 5 for a 5 to 9. It's a lot of work, but I love it.
Wherever the road takes you, Chevy is ready to drive you forward. With pure power unleashed and future-forward technology, every path leads to new possibilities.
Every
Chevrolet,
path leads to new
together let's
possibilities.
drive.
Simply get rich and famous. That's all you need. Brother, I am trying. Like, I don't know. It's part of the reason I want to do singing. It's because I enjoy singing, but I'm not good at it. Or I don't think I'm good at it. And the problem is, I mean this really nicely, I feel like a lot of my friends don't... Like, they hear me sing, and I've been told that I sing well by friends, yourself included, and this is not to bash you, but I feel like people are telling me in an upper light, you know, oh, hey, you know, you sing well, but do I? Do I actually? Because people want to be nice. Oh no, it's a whole time. Theater, yeah, there'll be theater here. I think this would be sort of a big area like this, with like surrounding stations. I know you do, right? And I appreciate that, you know? It makes me feel like I actually am good at singing, but I can't personally tell, and it fucks me up because of that. This Griffin Rider station is no longer a Griffin Rider station. This is now a spaceport. It's not the right color of spaceport, so we will be fixing that. Oh my god, that's like dead on. That's like exactly what I was looking at. Lower the saturation? No, raise the saturation. Lower the brightness a little. And lower the erase the contrast. Bam! Look at that. You have to understand, not everyone wants to see you fail. I know. It's not a matter of seeing me fail or not. Like that, I get that. I know not everyone wants to see me fail. It's one of those things where it's Snail Dome? What the fuck is this? Why is this here? What is this? What is this for? It's got so much stuff on it. This is so busy. Sorry. Training camp. This I do want. Like I said, I know not everyone wants to see me. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Welcome to the Snursin Snome. And I know not everyone wants to see me fail, right? I in fact know that a majority of the people who I surround myself with want to see me succeed. But in sort of that same note, right? I also understand that seeing me succeed and me actually succeeding are two very different things. You know? Excuse me. So it's not like self-doubt, because I know I can do it. I'm just exhausted all the time, and I don't want to be anymore. It's part of the reason I want to get a remote job. Because I genuinely know if I get a remote job or the like I'll have so much more energy. Am I? I wouldn't see how I'm self-sabotaging. I'm still doing what I need to. I'm still getting done what I can. I'm just exhausted. You know? Like, I've been working on getting everyone's mother. You're not the only one. You gotta clarify, you're a few seconds behind for me. Like, this stream, right? I understand that map making's pretty niche, but I enjoy just map making. So it's one of the few things that, like, I'll do on a day when I have free time. But, like, my Tuesdays and Fridays I stick with, and I always do well. I never do a bad Tuesday or Friday if I stream. So far, I've had one bad one. It was after I'd already said I was canceling it. You know? So, I don't know. I think it's just one of those things where, like, I gotta learn to deal. I just haven't. Where's some... I want to get some sci-fi assets. Free incarnate assets. 20 gigabytes of free map assets. What? Where is... I want to take a look at these. Mapping pack. I want to take a look at this. 20 gigabytes, armor clothes, creatures, interiors, isometric. Oh my gosh. Ad time, baby. We love ads here. Oh, 3D assets. Oh. So it's 3D objects. Oh my gosh, what? Oh, these are all pretty good. Huh. Man, that's crazy. Deleted by moderator. Good job. Good job, Saribot. You're so good at what you do.
Get the Venmo debit card and get up to 15% cash back.
This isn't what I was thinking, though. Land of freedom. Free assets only. Love that. You appreciate it, though. Oh, you know what? I could go to Humble Bundle and download an asset pack. I bought an asset pack thing. It was like $600, and I got it for like $30 because of Humble Bundle. I have this. This is fantastic, by the way. Forgotten Adventures, highly suggest them for anyone who like comes onto. Hey, Dragon, how you doing, bud? For anyone who does like map making, I highly suggest these people. Sorry, bud. And in 50 seconds. I'll goof with you though. Map making. Sigh. Bye. Gosh. There's so many good assets. If only... That's why I want Dungeon Fog. Dungeon Fog would be so nice for this. Be warned, because I know that the ads are going to be ending here in just a moment. You're definitely going to be hit with the bot going, tired of the ads? Need a break from the ads? It's so fucking stupid. I don't know why I decided to go after, like, the way Spotify does it. But I did. I was like, I'm so excited to do this. And it just was a terrible idea. Hi, back. I'm Dad. Nice to meet you. Need a glass dome. Is that what these are? Is this just generally domes? Are there any glass ones? I don't think there are. I would love for there to be like a glass dome. Maybe I could define the edge of the thing. Using the point map. What I want to use is the wall material though. Snowdrift. Hold on, how... that looks like glass. We are making a sci-fi map for my current D&D campaign that I host every Friday. And right now I am defining a dome or edge that goes sort of around this area. Even though like I could just use the edge of the island for it, I want something that actually shows there's something physically stopping people from just leaving. Yeah, no, it's a good time. And actually you missed it. There's a website called Forgotten Adventures. And you guys were in ads at the point where it was going on, but like Forgotten Adventures has like a bunch of really good assets for free map making. But they also have, because they have, oh gosh, 100. Wow, thanks Kaz, fuck you too. They have about 140,000 ish like map assets for it. It's really fantastic. Genuinely suggest it to people if they're not trying to like make money off anything. Like I live stream and I'm not trying to really make money off of live streaming, so like, you know. Oh, I forgot some of these edges eat up the glass pieces. See, I do. I'm so happy that you mentioned that. Not enough people futz with like blend modes or anything like that to see what genuinely looks good. And it makes me very sad that that is the case. Because like using the textures like this one here on Incarnate, it doesn't, so like even if I raise this. Oh, it was just the layer. Oh, okay. Hold on, gang. Up one layer. There we go. So I'm putting sort of this barrier up because the idea is that it's going to be like a literal barrier where a dome of glass is supposed to go. I promise I am a smart man on the occasion. I'm just not being one right now. But I love Incarnate. My only problem, and this is just like a micro problem I have with Incarnate, right? Is I want there to be like a proper web app. And I know so many people who have reached out to them and been like, you guys should make a web app. You guys should make a web app. You guys should make a web app. And Incarnate every time is like, hey, you know what we should do? Not make an actual app. I'm not a smart man. I'm a kobold. Agreed. Agreed entirely. But the group recently had an encounter with I'll like run you down their adventures. The group recently had an encounter with making my world map for a new campaign on Incarnate. Love blending it so that I can make country delineations for a political map. Good. That's the proper way you should do it. I won't be doing that though because I have a map my maps are. It's not that I can't do that. Let me clarify here because I'm about to say something that's making me sound really snooty. It's not that I can't do that. I could go through and do that. I just have to be able to update my maps every week, and I don't really have the time. It's part of the reason why like I do these streams, is because I'm trying to get to like a point where this and like what I do in my pastime can like cover what I want to do. And I would like to be like a professional DM or the like. And actually, I've got enough players right now kind of floating about that I could probably, if I convinced everyone, I could probably like get into it. But I would have to like sit down and properly get a hold of them. But like I used to host this thing called, for my D&D groups called Overshots. AKA the players aren't worth the effort. Kaz, I don't have the time, buddy. You know me. You've seen me obsess over maps and the like. Like, you know that's not the case. You know better than anyone. He's out here trying to get me in trouble with y'all. You hear him? Look at that little rat bastard right there. I bet he sorts moss by taste, too. Sorry, guys. I call it how I see it. And how I see is you licking moss. Watercolor battle maps. Really? There's no fountain on any of the watercolor stuff. Bull. Unless I have to type the full word. I do too. It's pretty. It's the proper way. Doesn't deny it. Completely accepts it. I also love that video. I think it's a very fun video. It's a very good time. You ought to sort them by texture. Oh man, I've been waiting for this argument to break out in my in my chat. Dragon, I like you. You have approval by me. Oh, that's really funny. Fight, fight, fight. I want to watch the stinky kobold get into a fight with someone.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm good.
They're already getting understanding of me. You bet your bippy I am.
While you keep an eye
Oh, thanks, ads. I appreciate you. It's texture, taste, then color. Fair enough. Sorry, I just sit back and readjust. Now! I hear him screaming it. Don't let him fool you. You eat the moss. Therefore you sort by taste. That's wild. Kaz, I don't think you eat the moss. I don't know who keeps telling you that. I think you're crazy. What, these are 2 away then? 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. I'm a kobold, we eat rocks. No, you don't. You're crazy. Texture doesn't matter. No, I think it matters a little bit. You know? You obviously don't have the tism. Who, me or Kaz? That'd be saying a lot for one of us. I'm just not saying who. I'm gonna make a little courtyard here. I think that's really... Yes! Corner buildings. I love corner buildings so much. Is it a piece of gold? No, then it's edible. Oh no, he's got the one prion disease that makes where like everything looks tasty. Like you want to eat everything? Oh yeah. No, that's definitely like a really fair point. To be fair, there are some people I know who have the tism where like texture doesn't bother them. I'm not saying that it's like rare, but like I do know 1 or 2 people who just like don't care. Pico? It might be Pico. It's not Pico Park. I'm not fucking touching that right now. I have to at some point, and it makes me moderately upset that I have to. That's me! Oh gosh. Oh gosh, it's so big. Yeah, we're not futzing with that right now. Texture doesn't bother me. Potato, Anderson, fire the gun. I need this to look like a lived-in area is part of the issue I'm having. And if I stick with watercolor, it doesn't look lived in. Does that make sense? Like, it's weird to say. That's what she said. Yeah, I bet it is. Yeah, buddy. Let's see. Want to hear what I'm working on in my world? No, dude, I love talking about it. I also, every once in a while in our D&D server, I'll host a class on DMing. And I like to take everyone's opinions in on it. And I like to get as many people in on it as possible. So, like, yeah, absolutely. I'd love to hear about what you're working on. And it'll be kind of a back and forth. Like, you tell me some stuff about yours, I'll tell you some stuff about mine. And we can watch Kaz spaz out and have, like, a terrible time the whole way through. Laughing the whole way. Because, yes, I am awful. I think that this needs to be... Frowny face! You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You're not dying yet. We'll figure out what I can do with you whenever I get you back in the cauldron. Dude, I'm already bullied enough by life. There's nothing that you could do short last of making me fucking come in a bucket. Like, on God. I also need to come up with a template for a lot of my stuff to make. I need to save myself a bunch of time. Or find ways to save myself a bunch of time. Oh, Battle Maps does actually have some stuff in it. Okay. We're going to come back to Battle Maps after we do more in cities. Oh, also, Dragon, do you pay for Incarnate? Or is that just me? Because I pay for Incarnate. And I know that, like, I don't think you get asset uploading if you don't. But I could be wrong. You know, you'll have to correct me if you don't. But use custom assets. Which is really... monotheistic religion in my world that I was thinking of basing on Jinn, but ended up realizing that it didn't fit for the place called Halswainid. Is it Halswainid or Halsunid? Empire that's a mix of the Mongol, Ottoman, and HRE. Fair enough. Sultan whatever is going to be basically like a demigod and see that's a child of Halsun. The name for the grand Jinn that is competent.
Wherever the road takes you.
TLDR, you don't sort moss correctly. Kaz, fucking drop the moss, my boy. Drop the moss. You're fine. You're not gonna die because someone doesn't do fucking moss. Halsuanid. Okay. Thank you for the correction. I appreciate it. So in regards to the Halsuanid, you should probably find a name for the leader. You know, it really depends. Like, is it an empire or is it a like orderly conduct? Like, what form of royalty? What like form of royalty with the royal R is it supposed to like fall under? You know. Because that's one of the big things that a lot of people don't really take into account. It's like, where in the royal R's does this fall? It's weird that I ask that for some people, but I was asked to build off D&D stuff. It should be fine. Fine, Mom. Thank you for not getting into continued arguments with the people hanging out here. I know it's really hard for you to listen to my dad for 3 hours talking about Magic the Gathering. uh. Ooh, excuse me. Tower of Passion. That's a love hotel if I've ever read one. Speaking of MTG, are you ditching us to go play Magic the Gathering? You're actually a bitch. I want you to know you're bitch made. You are my friend, but you are still bitch made. There's no getting around this. Oh, never mind. You're not leaving me for Magic the Gathering. You're leaving me to describe a thing. Pengu said he wants a blue control deck, but I don't think he has the brain power for it. I think you're very wrong. I think that you are actually incredibly wrong. Pengu's an incredibly intelligent individual. I realize you're not leaving. You know, wait the like 30 seconds for me to realize that, and you'll be fine. And then I'll wait the like 30 seconds for you to catch up in the commentary, and it'll be a whole time. No, so yeah, how I actually I like the idea of the building that you're doing so far, from what you've told me, from what I've seen, like I'm sorry, Dragon, from the big chunk of text that you've given me. The patience to wait to counter someone. Oh, so take similar approach to the HRE did, where the viziers of the substates, the empire, would vote for a new leader. Moves from that is that all of the viziers are children, nieces, and nephews, or cousins of the leader, so that the blood Sid would always throw through it. So funnily enough, that still falls into, if we're talking like normal real world standards, that actually still falls into Imperial. Because the idea of the Imperial line, or Emperor's line, is that anyone who is related to the Emperor could become an Emperor if certain circumstances were met. It was always the idea behind it. So like if so many people died, you know, the off nephew in another country could become the Emperor and take over. And it was a little bit of a weird like connector / build up to it, but like that's very well like what it could be, you know? Just as sort of a, you know, here's the thing I know. I can't be yawning this early. I just finished my coffee. You like the idea of a vote a lot more than the last resort thing? Yeah, absolutely. Ah, there's the stream elements. there's the stream elements thing I was talking about. Oh, that's really funny. that's timing, if anything. We do need music again. What do we want to listen to? A baby born a Birkin. Hey, thank you for the follow, Craze. I really appreciate it. And I do, just so you know, I do a lot of stuff on here. Every Tuesday I do games with friends. Every Friday I host Dungeons and Dragons. And then random streams pop up throughout the week. But if you want to catch me consistently, those are the days. I missed last Tuesday because he who life gets busy. But yeah, the goal is by the end of the year I want to try to reach 1,000 followers. So every once in a while, like whenever we get close to break, which speaking of that, we are actually getting close to a break. I'll pretty much ask everyone, hey, while we take 5, can you go and invite some friends and whatnot who can come and hang out, or who you think would enjoy this? And it can be like other players, it can be anyone you want, and of course you don't have to. It's just an ask, you know, because I can't really do anything more than that except for ask for the help of everyone. But thank you, I really do appreciate it. And I know I sound very plain about it, but it genuinely is because I'm super exhausted. We're gonna get to a point in time, and actually you missed it, we had a small moment. I don't normally watch actual play streams because I enjoy the behind the scenes stuff. Hey, totally fine. I'm right there with you in that regard. Like I can't, an actual live stream I can't watch people do, but like I can listen to people do stuff. But over time I very much get kind of let's knock this bridge out right now before I forget, because I will forget it if I don't do something about it right now. This is a 10-foot across bridge. Flip. You've been telling me all night long, baby, born a Birkin. Oh no. Come on, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. But music. I've also been practicing songs because I want to do singing at some point in the future.
This year, we're measuring 10 million square
It just depends. Hey, thank you, ads. Thank you, Lowe's ads. I appreciate you. Nah, I don't think I want to listen to this right now. I'm not in the mood. I need something more happy. Ken Ashcorp. Love Ken Ashcorp. Island. Catalog. Alright. Time to make it big. Start a new business. I'm on the road. Miss. And we could turn this into like singing while me mashing. I have done that before, but only if people want. It's like I said, I look for any free excuse to practice at any point in time. Okay, come on, prostate. I'm down. Alright, well that's one of you whose opinion doesn't count because I hang out with them every day. Or try to. I don't give a damn about a night over. So had that since the royalty would be associated with some, there were castes under that were associated with the Dao Jinni. Not like Indian castes where they were untouchable. But more like the Tao caste where they each have different rules. That would be a really, oh my god, that's actually really cool. If we're doing it, if you base that off of like the Tao, right? I gotta pause music because I totally just got entirely sidetracked from cool world idea. If you do it off the Tao where each one is actually based off of different things, don't do it so much like the Tao where like the Ifriti because they're related to the Ifrit or the spirit of fire, or the Jinni of fire, or whatever you want to go with. Don't do it so much like them where it's like one is the fire cast of their combat, one is the earth cast of their building, one's the water cast of their negotiation, one is the air cast of their political leaders. Like, don't do that, right? Change it up a little bit, right? Because like everyone forgets you can be ruthless with every element, but you got to do something where like even then you could have an external caste system where it's like these are the groups they're associated with, and then you could have an internal caste system where it's like inside of these main castes are a breakdown of what each of them do. Because outside of the Ifriti, you're going to have or inside of the Ifriti, you're going to have other spirits of fire, like you're going to have the Moai and the Ilkata and other spirits like that, which are also spirits of fire, but lesser spirits of fire, for example. But like, no, shit like that's really cool, and I love it when people do stuff like that. Always makes it really interesting to get into. Man, you just struck me. you found the one tism button. We're gonna press it real good. All right, gang. What do you want me to sing then? If you're wanting me to do karaoke, well, map making. I'm sorry, I got so into that I completely lost where I was going. Just let me know what you want and I'll play it. I'll put you on the ball. This is very bland. An easy warm up? Yeah, we could do an easy warm up. What are you thinking? Don't tell me through the fire and flames. I will kill you. I will. House of the Rising Sun. Sure. House of the Rising Sun. I'm gonna go grab water bottles because I don't have them next to me right now, and I probably should. In fact, it's 8:30 my time. We're about an hour and a half into stream. Why don't we go ahead and take a quick fiver, and I'll see you guys back here. And if you guys want to see if you can try and grab some friends or the like, totally fine either way. And if not, come hang out. We're having a blast. So let's go ahead and take a quick fiver, and I'll see you guys back here in just a minute, okay? Everyone chill with that? I'm waiting to see. Okay, I don't want to press the button until I know. I don't want to press the button until I know. We are going to get along well because I love to sing. That's fantastic. I really enjoy singing. I have stage fright, though. We're trying to do some stuff with singing in the future, but yeah. Okay. All right, fantastic. Hydrate, please. You got it, Kaz. I'm going to go hydrate on my 255. Oh, God. How many of these are you dropping? I can't look at my chat. Oh, just 2. Oh, okay. All right. Be right back.
In New Orleans, they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. In God, I know I'm one. Tell your children not to do what I have done. Spend your lives in sin and misery in the house of the rising sun.
Turn the everyday into the extraordinary with Fancy Feast gems. It's an exquisite.
Wake up first thing, always trying to get ahead. No more dreaming, fragments of it in my head. Addiction is compulsory, agreeing just to disagree. Pull ourselves apart into debris. 'Cause algorithms haunt me, air your dirty laundry, hang it all on me. Getting sick of scrolling down, 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 down. Messed up, give me your confession. Never learn our lessons, getting sick of scrolling down. Get ahead, no more dreaming, fragments of it in my head. Addiction is compulsory, agreeing just to disagree. Pull ourselves apart into debris. 'Cause algorithms haunt me, air your dirty laundry, hang it all on me. Getting sick of scrolling.
Hello, welcome back, Gamers. How does everyone do? We have returned. I didn't realize that it was like 20 seconds over. I apologize. I do like the, by the way, that we get from Dragon Craze the most epic edge of. I've actually recorded complete stop. no complete. What have you recorded, buddy? I'd love to know. So with the rest of the gang. What a time, what a time. So algorithms haunt me, air my dirty laundry, and air your dirty laundry. So what, House of the Rising Sun? There was a house in New Orleans that they call the Rising Sun. Homies recorded OnlyFans. Correct. Correct. It's a perfect answer. It is only the correct answer. Dun, 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 dun. There's a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Shine. And it's been in the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm one. Mother was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans. There was a gambling man down in New Orleans. Back from food, recorded a folk song called Dear Sister That a Cousin. One of my professors wrote from letters that were found with family. Dude, that's wild. That's really cool, though. The problem's like the higher notes on this one. The time he's satisfied is when he's all drunk. I just sing slightly differently. I don't just want to throw buildings on here willy-nilly. I do also want to like paint this and clean it up. Grass, that's what I'm thinking of. I need grass. Yeah, you can send me one. You got my Discord. It's fine. You can send links here. My chat is not a dickish one. You can actually send links here because I allow people to do clips and send me clips that they have made of my chats and whatnot. Because, you know, I'm a cool streamer. That's what I do. I like to hang out with my people. I don't like to alienate my community. I think it's weird that people do. On the train. Also, I am live on YouTube as well, so like I'm 90% sure I'm gonna get copyright strike, but it's fine. I'm deleting the stream afterwards. Yeah, I'm not gonna die. Let's take a look at this. Do you care if I play this on stream? Do you care if it's played on Stream Dragon? Yeah, I told you I could. You know, I wasn't joking. Narrowly and rarely do I joke about being able to do stuff on like with people in chat. Not at all? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hit play then. Can't scan file for viruses. Play anyways. It's a fucking song.
This could be my last letter. I may never see the cotton fields of home again. I miss you, dear sister. Tonight I've never felt so all alone. And the fog was so thick that the Stones River stars could scarcely invade the dread and the dark. And all that I could see when I closed my eyes to dream was home, sweet home. At the camps of Round Forest, the midnight coals were glowing through the haze, and them Union boys sang Hail Columbia. Then we sang Look Away, Look Away. Then a hush in the rain, and there rose a sweet refrain in the dark before dawn. And instead of battle songs, the enemy and we all sang a melody of home, sweet home. So if this is my last letter, and I never see the cotton fields of home again, if I fall here at Stones River, I know God will come to bear away my soul to be with Him. And I'll wait for you there, where all is bright and fair, and the light from His face outshines the blue and gray, where all of humankind, yes, every man will find his home, sweet home.
You have a gorgeous singing voice. That's fantastic. You could also definitely do blues with the tone of voice that you have. You would be so good at it. Because you have the vocals for it, most definitely. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. All right, let's see. This is the one Kaz sent that he wants me to sing. I'm going to listen to it a little bit first. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. I was shaking like a Georgia hound in a booth. Brother, I feel that. All I'm going to say is, if you're nervous about singing, you ain't singing right. You know? If you're not nervous about singing, well, you got to ask yourself, does a fat puppy poop? You love bluegrass? Yeah, good stuff.
Here's a house in
Charming
town. They call
The rising sun. That's a little too slow for me.
the ruin of many a poor girl.
I like the change in lyrics. This does have a change in lyrics. It's pretty it's pretty good though. Okay, well, this one I can just drink. Look up FFDP version. Sure. Marina, we are looking for songs for me to sing while I am working on Dungeons and Dragons maps. Five Finger Death Punch. Wait, hold on. Why did I not pick up what FFDP meant? I'm fucking dumb. We're not gonna do that one. We're gonna do this straight to the song. You're in Kentucky. I'm only 2 states behind. Fair enough. Yeah, we're all Midwestern boys here. Minus Marina. Marina, I don't know what you are. I've never bothered asking. I think I'll leave it that way. Unless you want to share with the class. You know, you're your own person. Yeah, they all choose a different city too. That's something I never really got. Alright, Kaz, you fucking cuck. I have to open the program. You gotta wait for it now. 'Cause I owe you 2. Instead of Wisconsin, Michigan. Good stuff. We love to hear that. They're really obsessed with me singing House of the Rising Sun, so they've been sending me different ways that it's sung. It's been a whole time. Let's do it without background vocals. Let's see if I'm any good at it. Thanks, karaoke thing, for calling me out, bitch. You only share if there's interest. Fair enough. Sorry. There's a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. God, I know I'm one. Mother was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man on down in New Orleans. Yeah, I don't know. I always feel like I fuck up tone whenever I don't actually have like the singer behind. I'm a Northeastern boy. Bernie, you're back! I thought you died! I thought they took you out back and got you! Oh, I'm so happy you're here! Sorry. I'll kill myself later. Oh, you're in Canada? You're in Canada land? I'm in Missouri. I'm a good old Missouri boy. I don't really care about sharing because I live in a castle state. You know, like if someone really wants to come into my house, it's like, you're real brave. you're real brave. Oh. All right. Yeah, that was a little rough. Oh, a little rough. Roughy. I'm trying to think of a song. What is it? Too Sweet, Hosier. It's a pretty good one. It's one I've also practiced a lot too. But I listen to Isa Corva's version of it a lot. Here I am, they don't want to come here. Bro, same! I feel this! I feel feel this. Dun, dun, dun. It'd be sad I'm an early bird. It's 10 o'clock before I say a word. Baby, I can never tell. How do you sing so well? You've been telling me to live right. Be dead before the daylight. The sunrise. I'm just curious. Pretend, baby, now and then you just wanna wake up, dark as a lake, lit like a bonfire, lost in the haze. Right there. Yeah. Now I'm feeling self-conscious. Oh boy. Curious if I should get another hydrate storm set up to go. I don't want to, but it was funny last time we did it. Plus, I got to set up at a convention once we hit 1,000 of them. That'll entirely be up to Discord vote, by the way. That won't be like up to Twitch. People have to join the Discord for that one. I need to let people know that from now on. Distracted? Bro, I don't know what distracted is, you know? Like, I can get distracted, but I don't know what distracted is. It's crazy. Yo, any of you guys know what distracted is? I'm trying to figure it out. I just don't. I just don't know it. I think that's good for pebbling. It's supposed to be like a clean place though, you know? So I don't want to overburr it. Don't tease me, I will cry. Do it. Cry. Cry. Cry to your mom. Oh wait, that's right. It would be my cauldron. I'll kill myself later. Don't worry about it. There is in New Orleans, gonna rise inside. Yeah, no, it's good, man. Life is busy. Oh yeah, I know you're at the plant right now. I'm not giving you any grief, Bernie. The other ones who've been here, they're getting grief though. I've not. I'll put it on right now. Bardic Inspiration by Endless Tavern. It's a good question. It's a good question of whether I've heard these people or not. It's animated. It looks good. I'm not gonna put this up on screen because, you know. There's a lot of auto-tune, but also the art is really good. Nah, that's pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie, this is a pretty good song. Alright, gamers, I got a question here, right? I have a problem. One of my best friends is one of my DMs, right? And I love them very much. They are my best friend. I grew up with this individual. However, every time I play D&D with them, right, I feel as though I am unnaturally high and getting hurt / killed in their campaigns. Now keep in mind, if I'm told to build a character for roleplay, I build a character for roleplay, right? Kaz can vouch for this. I really like it. I really like roleplay. And multiple times now, I've been told by this person to build a character for roleplay. And I have. Every time. But every time I do, this character dies. And it's really bumming me out from playing with them. So much so that, like, I have another session of D&D with them in 2 weeks. And I really just want to say, hey, I don't really want to play. I don't feel like I'm having fun because... And like the excuse they're going to give is like, oh, it's just because your character died. It's like, no, it's because I played multiple campaigns where characters have almost died or not died. And now you were saying that I'm just randomly doing stuff where they're just dying. And your response is, oh, it's by the dice. But why is it always me so often, you know? There comes a point where you're like, that seems really conspicuous. Really, really funny. I don't know though, you know? Part of the reason I wanted to talk to y'all, to ask y'all, because I know I can also be overly critical sometimes. I'm to pull the tried, true, or reliable. What's the tried, true, and all reliable? I don't have any more time. Yeah, but that would just be lying to them. I don't want to do that. You know? I'd really prefer not to do that. You know? Burn it down. Oh, we could listen to the lots of every Arcane song. Sorry, Imagine Dragons, I like you, but you get me in trouble. Playground, follow me. Oh, absolutely, Dragon. I only go for like another hour and then we're stopping tonight. But if you want to stop in another stream, absolutely, come on through. We're having a good time. We can 100% stop in. And maybe next time we'll actually get a bit more time to actually talk about like certain D&D stuff, as opposed to like immediately going into karaoke while working on maps. Have a good one though. We appreciate you. I know I do. Oh boy. Burn it down. Burn it down. Alright, let's change this foreground. Catalog brick. Okay, that texture is a little too thick. Thinner brick. Oh, maybe if I just keep going between it, it'll look right eventually. That doesn't really look too right. So let's do stone topping then. Little sheer. Little sheer. Just a wee bit. I think I'm gonna have to get the watercolor ones. I think stone is probably gonna be best. Gray stone. Yeah, there we go. That matches it pretty good in tone. I don't like that though. Still not liking something about that. We'll just raise this. We'll just raise this up a layer. Like, it'll be fine, you know? Ads start in 2 minutes, by the by.
Strongest one we've seen yet. Our guys think he would.
Also, I love the fact that fucking Google got rid of uBlock Origin. uBlock Origin just came back and made like uBlock Origin Lite. They just said, yeah, okay, whatever. And then proceeded to just come back immediately. No hesitation, just, yeah, alright, buddy. Alright, let me grab this guy. You will match and you will like it. Yars. Yes, we're listening to I Will Survive. What are you gonna do? Stop me? Huh? I'll piss in your shoes like a fucking dog. Don't tempt me. Wait, what am I doing? I know how to do this.
That's a start.
That's right. Suffer. I like this song. And you can't stop me.
That's not too far away. I can help.
Oliver, if it's too dangerous, you get out of there. Keep moving and keep your distance. Don't let him grab you.
Boys are strong, Dad. They've been in these situations.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Not like this, Paul. It was never like this.
Now, and now, and now. I go down. I go down. Boom, baby! Perfect path! Let's fucking go! You're gonna dip? Oh, I'm so sad. Later, my boy. Have a good one.
Hey,
Have a good one, my dude.
do this. You still got a chance.
I'm so lonely. Alright, I need Broken Bridge now.
First, your muscles tear, then your vertebrae they separate. If you're able
Then
to
your
focus,
vertebrae
the pain
separate.
He's a vulture, Dave. The strongest one we've seen yet. Our guys think he would even take Nolan down. And you're not exactly ready for the field because of the last Vulture-mites who came through here.
I can rearrange matter, Cecil. So I might be the only person on Earth who can stop him. And Mark's out there, alone.
Alright. We need to decide what it is we're gonna do. Because in our actual Owlbear map, and this is where we're gonna kind of get to details, right? We got like sort of this broken rounded area. And this bridge crossing. Oh, I didn't realize there's a crossing. I completely forgot.
got problems of your own.
Alright. I'm gonna listen to 505. Am I waiting for my YouTube stream to be stopped? Yes. Yes, I am. It will happen one day. Just not right now. Back to 505. It's a 7-hour flight or a 45-minute drive. Lying on your side, your arms between your thighs. Ad break ends in 1 minute. Stop and wait a sec. Me like that, my darling. What do you expect? With your hands around my neck. Anytime I checked. Some place to start. back to 505. It's a 7-hour flight or a 45 drive. My imagination and waiting lying aside with your arms between your thighs. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Back to 505, 7-hour flight, 45-minute drive. Not for reservation, been lying on your side. Something new. So many times mine. You give me one last kiss. I miss you. I'll give you one last kiss. And your lips. You go. We're back down. Are you okay with ending stream a little early tonight? Yeah, I don't see why not. To remember into the afternoon, into the after. Please don't left too soon. Last kiss. Fire to your lips. Yeah, we're gonna call it here. Have a good